Hi there, crafty pals. Louise with you. Thanks for checking out this video. It is a Scraptember share, which is all about hoarding. Now, I hoard paste. I don't know why, but I buy beautiful pastes and I just don't use them. And then they go hard and then I throw them out. So it's a bit of a cycle and hopefully I can break it. But I did buy these Luna pastes quite a while ago and I love the colours. I think they're quite a different colour paste to some of the others on the market, and they're beautiful when they dry. They're so easy to spread, so it is my hoarding product of choice, and I'm going to try and use up some pastes. So you can see I'm starting out just with a 9x12 background, a little bit of a heart stencil. I like to let my paste dry naturally, so I've popped this aside overnight and just let it dry. I've got a smallish photo, and that's just purely because I don't want to sort of overwhelm the background. I like to have some white space, and it gives me a little bit of area to embellish and work with. Now with the gold paste, I've decided to go with a little bit of a gold theme, but being that this is a black and white photo, I love that it gives me the opportunity just to play with whatever colours I choose. So there's really no right or wrong way here, and I'm simply going to my paper stash and using the packet that's got the warm colours. So I have them separated by colour. I have all my blacks and neutrals together, I have all my sort of warms together, and then I have all my blue tones together as well. And that just lets me grab sort of what I'm working with straight away and keeps all those pattern papers together. Of course, they are mostly used pattern papers. So any full-size pattern papers sit on a different shelf, and anything that's sort of a new collection I will leave sort of with its collection. But this is just sort of papers where I've kind of used them or cut a piece out of them and need to store them some way. So that's how I store my papers. And I had lots of colour going on here, so I just needed a neutral base for it to sit on. So just a little black and white pattern paper, and again some distressed edges. I'm really loving the distressed edges at the moment. Works so well for the type of craft that I'm creating. So that's what I'm doing with that. Now the doily was just something a little bit extra. Sometimes I just need to separate the background from the square elements of the photo. So I do like to pop a shape or something in there just to distinguish that a little bit. Little gold title. I love the little darling piece, and super happy with this cluster around the photo. It's purely just now a matter of pulling out some embellishments to give this layout just a little bit of extra pop. And again, the same way I store my papers in plastic bags, I sort of store ephemera in either their packets or reused plastic bags as well. So some of them are sorted and then they're put into this box, which, as you can see, there's some loose pieces like at the bottom, and then some of them are sorted by collection. Some of them I have gone through and sorted previously into things like birthdays all together, or hearts all together, or florals together, but it generally doesn't stay that way. So sometimes it's just a matter of flicking through the ephemera box until you find the piece that you need. So the little camera works beautifully. He's going to be mounted up onto some foam tape. I like the pop with the black flowers, but they're still you can see through them, so you get that pop of gold paste. So that works beautifully. I have got a couple of other little florals that I'm going to tuck in, but I don't need too much. I want the background to be the star. The paste was the hoarding element. That's what needed to shine in this layout. And in case you haven't watched any of my videos before, I live in Queensland, and the heat that we get tends to destroy layouts, so I pretty much tacky glue everything because adhesive tape generally just fails at some point. So you'll see me using quite a bit of glue, but that is for a reason. And I'm not super concerned if my layouts don't last forever. I do this for the fun and the enjoyment. I love to obviously record our memories and have something for my kids to look back on, but at the same time I'm not super worried if the layouts layouts don't last forever. So I don't get too bogged down with, you know, acid free or anything like that. If a layout fails, I'll likely be a scrapbook forever. So if a layout fails, I will print the photo again and recreate it with a new collection and new elements. So that's kind of how I think about it in my mind anyway. All right, now another little box. This one is full of stickers. So there's an ephemera box, a sticker box, and might be like a titles box I have sitting on the shelf. So I can very quickly just grab whatever I need for the layout. In this case, I've got a combination of some little chipboard pieces, some hearts, some words, and a few little florals just tucked in there as well to give that sort of floral feel to the layout. Didn't want too much there because I didn't want to overwhelm the background or those black cutout flowers. But yeah, just that little bit of something extra to help tie in that floral element. All right, this one is pretty close to being done. I'm very happy with how this looks. I think it's a cute layout, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I'm glad I didn't hoard that paste. I'm going to try and empty that in the next couple of months when I'm creating a little bit of journaling, and I'm done. So thank you so much for visiting.